Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Caregiver and Spoonie podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Banderas. And just a quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of the podcast. And also, thank you for all your emails and your support. Like always, I really appreciate you. And for all the new supporters, thank you for joining Facebook and Instagram and also TikTok and pretty much all the social media that we do. And let's get into today's episode. Now, on today's episode, I wanted to talk about something very important, especially for Spoonies, because as Spoonies, we are afraid of failing. For some reason, we don't like to fail. That's why sometimes we don't like to try new things, like new treatments or something that might actually help us with our health challenge, because we're afraid of failing. Like, this has happened to me, happens to my wife. I'm pretty sure it has happened to you, where you know this could help you, but you don't feel like you can do it. Why? Because you might feel like it might be too hard for you. You might feel like it's going to be too complicated for you. And you don't even want to try because you feel like you might be wasting your time, because you might have tried so many things before. Which unfortunately happens. You might try so many things and none of them work. But then somebody tells you, hey, how come you don't try this? And you think about it. You're like, I have already tried all of these things. What's so different about this new thing that was just brought up to my attention? And the answer is literally, you don't know until you try. And that's why I'm making this episode, because you shouldn't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failing, because failing is natural. And I'm gonna put it to you this way: since we were kids, how did you learn how to walk? Literally by falling and failing. You try to walk, you fail, you get up, and you keep trying, you learn how to walk. The same thing happens when you try to ride a bike. You fail. I fell hard trying to the first time I tried to ride a bike, I fell hard. I went like over the bike. I went like, woo! I flew, literally. So I know it's painful. So I pretty much fall hard. I got up, and then I keep trying until I learn. Same thing happens with driving. You learn how to drive. Sometimes you might get in a car accident. Sometimes you might hit something, but you learn. And the same thing happens right now with your life. You're gonna fail. Failing, it's natural. It comes with, in this case, it comes with the territory. You're gonna fail. Things are not gonna work out. It could be a relationship. It could be a treatment. It could be the medicine that's not working. It could be whatever you try might not work. But that doesn't mean that it's failing. It just means that you haven't tried what actually works for you. That's why you have to keep trying. That's why you have to keep figuring out what exactly is going on with you. Like what causes the flares. If you have fibromyalgia, you have to pay attention to that. What if you have I have eczema. Like, I've noticed that when I eat like crap, I get flares of eczema. So I stop eating like crap. Like I mentioned in a previous episode, I stopped eating a lot of sugar, and that has helped. It actually has given me more energy than when I was eating sugar. So I noticed that, and I tried, and it works. Now, if I fail on that, it's because of me, because I love candy. And so I know that I can fail, but I also want to feel good, so I'm gonna keep trying to get better. And one of the things that I have learned through going to therapy and trying all these new things for me and my wife is that failing should be a normal. Failing, it's pretty much, like I said, a part of life. You're gonna fail. You're not gonna find everything that works for you right away. If you do, that's good for you. But if you haven't, then just keep trying, because you don't fail unless you quit. This is one of the things that I learned. You don't fail unless you quit, because if you keep trying new things, if you keep trying it until you find what works for you, you never failed. You just found things that didn't work for you until you found the right thing. And this has happened throughout history with everything that we use, from electricity, from our phones, from our fridges, from our food, the way that it's processed, and everything. Like everybody has failed at one point in their lives. Like people have failed. People that have gone through health challenges or life challenges have failed, but they don't quit. They keep going because they know that they're going to find a way. And that's what we need to do, especially as Spoonies. We need to keep going. We need to find the way that works for us. We need to find the right treatment, the right food, the right whatever works for you, the right thing that works for you. Because if you don't keep trying, then that's when you fail. But you didn't fail because nothing worked. You failed because you literally stopped trying. So that's when you fail, by stop trying. And another thing is that we're afraid of failing because we don't want to look weak, we don't want to look stupid, we don't want to look bad in front of other people. And if people around you make fun of you or don't support you when you fail, they don't help you when you fail, then you don't need those people in your life. Because you should be surrounded with people that support you. Like if you fail, like for example, if you're preparing, if you want to lose weight, let me put it to you this way. If you want to lose weight and you tell people and you're losing weight, you're getting close to your goal, but something happens that stresses you out and you start eating again and you gain weight, and the people that you told, instead of saying like, hey, get back on track, let me help you with this, instead of doing that, they actually start to berate you or make fun of you or making you feel bad, then you don't need those people. And same thing goes with social media. You don't have to post everything on social media until it works. Because here's the thing, people, especially on social media, if it doesn't work for you, there's always gonna be a troll. There's always gonna be that troll that is gonna be like, I told you it wouldn't work, or you're too whatever, or anything. But if you tell them that what worked for you, they're gonna be like, oh, can you tell me why it worked? And then here's what I would do, and here's what I have done with the people that have sent me emails regarding how I've been going to therapy or how I did therapy and all of these things that we have tried for my wife. Here's what I tell them, like, this is what's working, but we have tried all of this. You can try all of it because what has worked for us might not work for you. That's the thing. What has worked for me might not work for you. So you have to keep trying. It might work for you. If I do something, and like for example, not eating sugar, it has helped me, a lot of sugar. It has helped me. Let's say you decide to try it, and it helps you a little bit. But then you decide to change it up a little bit. You say like, okay, I'm not gonna have this much sugar, but then I'm not gonna have all this crappy food. I'm gonna eat more healthy, and then that helps you. Then that's you trying something new, and if that helps you, that's you not failing, right? That's pretty much what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, especially with social media, you don't have to post your failures. You can post your journey if you want to, and say like, this is what I'm trying. It didn't work, but I'm gonna try this new thing. And if something works, you will see people will be asking you all the time, like, what did you do? Especially if your goal is to lose weight. People are going to be like, what did you do? Like, it's happening with Adele now. Everybody's demanding for her to come out with her diet plan. And she did. Like, her trainer, or I think she's the one that said what it was. But it might not work for you. Like, for example, the keto diet. It might work for some people. It might not work for some people. I tried it. It didn't work for me. It was actually making me hangry. So it didn't work for me. It was giving me headaches. So it didn't work for me. But I might try it again because maybe I didn't try with an open mind. And I want to share this story with you. I know somebody that has tried the keto diet. this person has autoimmune diseases, and the keto diet has shown that when you have a autoimmune disease, it kind of helps because it limits all your carbs and everything. It helps with your microbiome, your gut, your everything. It helps you in some ways. Sometimes it helps you, but everything depends on the person. This person was doing great on the keto diet. She lost weight. She did all these things. She was feeling better. But then the keto diet is hard to maintain. It's not to do it like for life. It's to do it in a cycle, like for 3 to 6 months, and then stop and then do it again, and that's what they recommend. So this person was doing the keto diet. She lost the weight. She was feeling great, but then she stopped. She didn't like it because she wasn't able to eat what she wanted. So she started eating everything again, and she started feeling sick. She started feeling again like almost like her challenges came back, So she started doing everything that was hurting her. She started doing it, and then she was all like, "Oh my gosh, the keto diet didn't work for me because I'm still feeling all this pain and everything." And I asked her like, "Okay, when you were doing the keto diet like full on, when you went 100% on it, it helped you, right?" And she's like, "Yes." "So why did you quit?" And she's all like, "Well, because I didn't want to miss food. Like I was missing out so much food." It's like, okay, so sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself. Sometimes you have to you have to say, okay, in order for me to get better, I need to stop doing this. Sometimes you need to say to yourself, in order for me to become the person that I need to become, I need to stop doing some of my bad habits, like overeating, things like that. So it's not like the keto diet didn't work. And she said like, it's just that it failed for me. Well, it didn't fail. It's that she stopped trying it. So obviously if you stop trying it, it will fail. And then she's blaming it on the actual keto diet and not on herself. And sometimes we have to take responsibility too, that we fail because we don't want to keep trying. Because it gets tiring. It happens to me. Like, I have done diets where I lose the weight, but then I'm like, I want to eat tacos. And I overeat, and then I gain the weight, and I'm like, I have to go back on the diet. So it happens, but we have to understand that sometimes we fail because we decide to quit. So as long as you don't quit, you're not failing. As long as you keep trying, you're not failing. And the same thing happens if you have to go see a doctor a lot. If the doctor is not helping you, if you're able to get a different doctor, do it. I have said this multiple times. Get a different doctor if you're able to. If you're not able to get a different doctor, you have to pretty much let them have it straight. Let them know how you feel about their treatment. You can just say like, hey, your treatment is not helping me. I want to feel better. You're the only doctor around this town. You're the only one that can actually see me right now. So I need you to be part of my team. I know that you might only have 15 minutes for me to see me every time that I come, but I need you to give me the best treatment that you can. I need you to be part of my team, because if you're quitting on me, because if you have a team, they're not supposed to quit on you as well. Your doctor, your trainer, your family, whoever's going to help you, they're not supposed to quit on you. And call them out. That's one of the things that I do. I call them out. If somebody's going to help me and they quit on me, I call them out. It's like, hey, you were supposed to be there for me. Where were you? You quit. I didn't. I'm going to keep going. If you decide to stay back, that's on you, not on me. And the same thing goes with doctors. You have to let them know, hey, I'm not going to quit this. I'm going to try everything we can. If nothing works, be willing to try something out of your comfort zone, out of the ordinary, like non-traditional methods. If medication, like, I'm just gonna put it out there, if regular medication doesn't work for you for pain, try medical marijuana if you want to. It's there to try it. Some states it's legal. If it's legal in your state, try it. If not, you might try it a different way, So I'm not saying to try with illegal drugs, but hey, if the opiates are not helping you, and let's say you decide to try marijuana one form or another and it helps you, what's wrong with that? You're trying something to make you feel better. That's what matters. That's what matters. If your doctor doesn't understand, don't pay attention to the doctor. Just be like, okay, just give me what I need to that helps me. I'll find the rest. That's it. There are people, I know of people that have done that. I can't remember the name right now. I think it's I read this story. I don't remember the name of the person, but she cured her hypothyroidism on her own. The only thing that she did with the doctor is the blood test, but everything else she did on her own without medication. I'm gonna figure out the name, or I'm gonna find out the name again and I'll give it to you guys. But you can do it, but just don't quit. Don't be afraid of failing. Failing is it's just showing you that's the wrong way to do it. So just try a different way. Don't be afraid. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for listening to the episodes. Thank you for following us on Facebook, for being a supporter, for being a listener. Thank you for all your support and your emails. And like I said, don't forget to share, like, subscribe. You can comment. You can send me your story anonymously at thecaregiver@spoonie@gmail.com. And like always, I'll leave you with this. Always, as always, take care of yourself.